Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Well, hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome once again to another glorious, incredible social isolation version episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And it's another, well, it's actually quite a gray, overcast morning here in the city of Toronto. But it's lovely all the same because you are all here today with us. And I am your host, as always, the one, the only, Scott Dion Brown. And I'm joined by the greatest co-host in the galaxy, the one, the only,
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, fun day, everyone. And thanks for tuning in. How's your coffee, Scott? Or I guess tea?
It's tea. I'm sipping some delicious, yummy. It's not Earl Grey. It's orange pico this morning. Orange pico.
Oh, changing it up a bit.
Yeah, I ran out of Earl Grey. Actually, we just got a shipment. We had we did a grocery order. Mm-hmm. And they got it set up pretty good now over at Loblaws. Like, I think it was kind of disorganized at first because they were kind of overwhelmed by everything. Mm-hmm. But this time I drove in, and you drive in, you pull into a specific spot, and there's like a sign, mm-hmm. And then you call the number, and they're like, "What spot are you in?" 2, and then they come in, and you don't even see them. They just come in, they open the car like from the back, and they just put everything in.
Ninjas.
Yeah.
I've been using Instacart, so rather than going out, they bring the groceries to me.
Oh, it's even better.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Oh, we got some people in the chat already. Regine Alaina and Scott Dion Brown said, "Good morning."
Did we actually type the same thing?
Yeah, we did. We literally, you added more G's on the end of morning, but other than that, it's pretty much the same message. Oh. I had more exclamation marks. Julio232. Oh, damn. Hello, mate. Hello, Julio232. Welcome to the stream. Maria Brown, good morning.
Good morning,
Snipe
Mrs.
Heat
Brown.
2. Yeah. Snipe Heat 2 writes, "Is this church?" Well, it does happen every Sunday. It's not quite the same. It's around the same time, actually, there, Snipe Heat 2. But welcome to the show all the same. This is our morning talk show, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And we're just here. It is a Sunday regularity, right, Regine? Exactly.
If you want us to preach to you, I mean, we can try, but
absolutely. Snipe Pete says, "It's my first time. Glad to be here. Glad you're here as well." Oh, and thank you for the follow, Snipe Pete 2. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. You just followed right now. Wonderful.
Nice.
So what else did you get up to this week, Regine? Or should we bring our guest in and then we should have this conversation?
Yeah, let's do that. She's patiently waiting.
I just cut to her for a split second. I blew the surprise.
Way to go, Scott. I mean, her picture's been on your YouTube all week.
That's true. No, people know who it is. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our guest this morning is an actress, mm-hmm. a singer, mm-hmm. a dancer. Mm-hmm. Regine, you were mentioning that she's also a Disney enthusiast. Yeah?
Oh yeah, 110%.
That's very cool. That's something we can talk about. Very cool. So let's meet her. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the sit down stage, Jaylen Bradley.
Hey. Hi everyone. Hey, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
Scott, Regine.
Hey girl, hey.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's a nice morning. Like you said, a little overcast, but we're working with what we got. It's pretty nice out. We're not complaining. It's not snowing anymore.
Exactly.
Which was crazy. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It snowed. In fact, this past week was really cold.
It was really
this week
weird.
was weird.
Yeah, it was very weird.
It was hot yesterday.
It was hot. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Yep. Actually, on my way to the grocery store, I drove past. You guys know Sugar Beach? Do you know what Sugar Beach is downtown?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Sugar. So I drove by there, and there were like a lot of people hanging out there. And I don't. Yeah, and I don't know if they were social distancing. I mean, it was hard to tell. I only drove by for a second, but I don't know if they're supposed to be over there. Anyway, they were there.
There was a protest downtown yesterday to stop quarantine, basically. There was a bunch of people. Yeah, and one guy had a sign that says, "I want a haircut." We all want a haircut. Calm down.
Yeah, it's like everyone has their own ideas on what's right and what's wrong, what's pushing it too far, what's good. Yeah, it gets a little confusing, but I guess, everybody just stays in tune with the news and see how this goes. Hopefully things open up soon.
Hopefully.
Yep.
You guys have been in quarantine since you got back from March break, right?
Yep, it's been a while. We have
man.
since March break.
So how have you been adapting to quarantine life?
It's been different knowing that I am the singer, dancer, actress. I'm usually constantly on the go. My mom owns a dance studio, so I'm there every night. And then my acting classes are in Toronto. And I also go to a vocal coach here, local, in Brantford. A lot of Skype and online classes. I feel like all the online aspect of everything has really picked up, especially with school and them installing all these new programs and everyone's trying to get used to it. So I've been doing a lot of online classes to keep up with the vocals and the acting, and I'm here with you guys now, so I'm keeping busy.
Good.
Yeah, it's been different, but I'm trying to keep up with everything, stay on top of things. That way, once we do get back to everything, I'm not going to be too far behind. And yeah, hopefully we get back soon. Though I'm ready to get back up on my feet, get out there again. How are you guys adjusting to everything?
Disney Plus.
Oh, I feel
Netflix.
that. Of course, lots of TV shows. I have watched a lot of TV shows. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, binge everything and anything.
Of course, yes. A lot of popcorn eaten on quarantine.
I'm a chip eater, so a lot of
I'm a popcorn eater.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
What have I been snacking on? You know what? I don't really have any snacks here. We don't really keep any snacks because I'm such a. As soon as they're here,
you don't
I
have any
devour them really
sweets at
fast.
home? Oh my goodness.
No. Well, like remember last week. So.
Sorry.
Well,
I've got
last
some
week Regine.
quarantine snacks.
Oh really? What kind of snacks do you have?
Oh god, the weird one that I've had since being on quarantine, a whole bunch of guacamole. Kind of snacks,
Oh.
But it's healthy.
That is true.
Ish.
That is true.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
did you make it? Do you make the guacamole, or do you already buy it like made already?
We make it. My mom is the best at making it.
Nice.
It's so good. So much
Coming
guacamole.
over.
It's like
No, I'm just
my weird quarantine snack would probably be guacamole.
It's good.
It's true.
Yeah, that's a really good snack. I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that. I don't even count guacamole as a snack because that's a regular. That's like a staple over here. But
lucky.
yeah, we love guacamole. It's delicious.
Nice.
Delicious.
It is.
I think I'm gonna have to Uber Eats Chipotle's guacamole after this. Thanks, guys.
So
Do it.
good.
You know, I've still never eaten Chipotle ever. I've never been
Ever?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I got Chipotle and it's not even local in Brantford.
Come on, Scott. No kidding. I work above a Chipotle.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, okay. Who we got? Oh, somebody in the chat. Snipe Heat 2 says protests are the worst thing that could happen right now. I mean, I tend to agree. I mean, and the other problem. I mean, what I will say is the one that we saw here in Toronto. I believe it was. It looked like there was maybe 30 people there, so it's not like there are a lot of people showing up. But like, I don't know if those people were social distancing.
No,
which
they
is
weren't.
the whole point of all this. Yeah, so
They weren't.
You know. So that's a problem. So I tend to agree with him. I definitely, I'm trying to avoid going outside, especially in any crowd of people. So I'm not going to go to any large-scale crowd events, certainly. YT Bam Bam in the chat. Hey Scott, how you been? I've been very good. We're here today, just having our talk show, chatting with our very special guest, and just hanging out. We're just hanging out. We're having a good time. What were we talking about? We were just talking about snacks, right? Snacks. Oh, and then, yeah, I love guacamole, and I have it almost every single day. So I'm glad to hear you're having it as well, Jaylen. It's good. It's good for you. It's very good for you.
It is. Regine's got her chips. We've got our guacamole.
There you go.
Yeah.
What
kind of chips do you eat, Regine? Oh yeah.
I eat I like jalapeno flavored chips.
Oh, yeah.
I like dill pickle chips. I like party mix. I'm a chips eater.
Fancy with it.
Yeah.
And not just regular chips, kid.
You know what the weird thing about dill pickle is? I really, well, no, I like them, but I still remember the first time I ate them, and every time I eat them still, I always have the same reaction, is that I eat it.
It's sour.
I put it in my mouth. It's not even that it's sour, it's that it tastes, like, weird. So I put the chip in my mouth, and then I go, oh, I don't know, that's weird. And then I'll eat, like, 50 more. You know what I mean? There's something about the dill pickle chip flavor that I feel like it shouldn't work as a chip, but
it does.
It works. It just works. Yeah. Something about it. But how's all your guys? Well, I mean, you guys have long hair usually, but I know your hair is longer than it normally is. Have you guys started cutting your own hair or doing any drastic things, or how's your hair holding up?
No, why would I do that?
I could not do that. If I did that, it would look so bad. I'm gonna have to get it cut for sure.
The last time I tried to cut my own hair was in high school. I'm never gonna do it again. It was, let's give myself some bangs, but I was way too scared to do it, so I asked my best friend at the time to do it. And they started off like down here, and then they weren't even, so we tried to even it out, and it just got short. I'm like, yeah, nope. And it was around grad photos. What?
That's tough. That's really tough.
So you asked your friend to give you to give you bangs?
Yep. Right before grad photos.
Do you have any pictures from those? Oh, I guess you have your grad photos. You have your grad photos.
No. So the funny thing is my mom didn't really like my grad photos, so we never ordered them, and we said, we'll retake them because right after prom and before graduation, I had chopped my hair, so it was already really short, and I didn't look like my grad photo. We never retook them. So there's no proof that I graduated high school.
But you did.
But you did.
Yeah.
Cuphead's in the chat. Sup, man? I'm here. What's popping? Are you good today? Yes, I'm very good. We're having our weekly talk show here, the Sit Down. I'm doing good. He asked me to say hi to him, so hi. Hello, Cuphead.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the chat. Say hi to Jaylen Bradley. She's here as well. Cuphead. There you go. And yeah, we're just it's good. We got some people tuning in. Thank you guys. If you have any questions for our guest or for any of us, feel free to ask in the chat. So Jaylen, you are an actress, dancer, singer. So how long have you been?
Songwriter.
Songwriter as well. That's right. So how long have you been doing those things?
Oh gosh. Okay. So my mom, being the dance teacher, I've always grown up at the dance studio. I started dancing at 2 years old. That's always been in my life. Oh yeah, very long time. And then competitively, I started dancing, like competitions and all that kind of stuff when I was, was I 5 when I started? Yeah, I was 4 when I started. 4. And then singing, I've always sang around the house because it's just kind of always been my thing per se. But like the first singing lesson, I was 11, and then now like working professionally as a singer after the Mini Pop Kids, which I was 13 and so on. I've been working more professionally with the vocals and writing music, working with producers and all this kind of stuff. And then the acting is like the newest passion kind of on board.
Mm-hmm.
I got into an agency when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
It was a good agency. I did some commercial work, some print ad work, but just
Look
recently,
at you.
yeah, just recently last year, I got with a very, very good agency, and now I'm going up for bigger roles and more TV shows and movies and that kind of thing, rather than the commercials, which I still do, but
Tim Hortons, I saw that. I saw you.
there was a Tim Hortons commercial that I did
saw you.
recently. But yeah, everything's kind of put on hold right now, so I guess I'm just training right now and waiting for audition season to open back up.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
So you've been. Oh yeah, go ahead, Regine.
I know, Jaylen, the last time you were on the show, you were just starting up with your agency, so it's great to see that it's going really well.
Yeah, it's going very well. It's been a long ride. I mean, being with a very serious acting agency, it is in Toronto, so that's a plus. I get to come to your guys' hometown, but yeah, it's a lot of work and got to stay on top of things, of course. A lot of training involved to make sure you're competing with hundreds of other actresses and actors, so making sure you stay up there and keeping on track. That's why this quarantine is so important, that I keep up the acting, dancing, and singing skill.
Makes sense. In the chat, Cuphead says, "Hi, Jaylen. Tell them I said hi."
Hello,
He says hi
Cuphead.
to you guys.
Hello.
Hello. There you go. Code Dancer says, "Is this a restream?" No, Code Dancer. This is live. We are live right now.
We are live. Yes.
We are live. This is happening right now. We do this show every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you are here watching. Hello, Code Dancer. Welcome to the stream. Yes. So, did you say you've been dancing since you were 2?
Yes. I mean, most people are like, okay, how do you dance when you're 2? But trust me,
wobble.
there is a way. As soon as you can walk, you can start dancing. Yeah. Been 2 years
That's what I was
old.
gonna ask. So you've basically been dancing almost as long as you've been walking.
Yep, that would be correct, Scott. It's indeed how it is. Yep,
Well,
just like a walk.
My best friend's daughter, she's, I want to say 1.5, and she dances. Like, she just goes with the music. She bobs and she feels it. So
I mean, I wasn't doing backflips at age 2, but there was
Oh, you weren't?
There was a little dancing
No.
involved.
that's cool.
Waited till age 3 before the backflip probably started.
Yeah.
That's cool. So if you dance, sing, and act, are you a fan of musicals and stuff then? 'Cause I know there's a lot of that and all those things.
Musicals. I love Broadway. Even even concerts, everything to do with music, I love so much. I always try to be involved with. And there's so many concerts this year that I want to see, but obviously
But they're all canceled.
Yes, they're all
Yeah.
canceled. But hopefully after. There's so many people that I want to see. I want to see Tones and I. Justin Bieber's coming out with a tour. I'm so excited. That'll be cool.
Have you been watching any of these? I guess I know I think they're from the UK. I'm not sure if there have been others, but on YouTube they've been releasing like special recorded versions of big musicals every weekend. They've been doing it kind of as a fundraiser, so you can watch it.
No, I
Yeah, like
haven't.
Yeah, it's cool. Last weekend they oops, I accidentally started playing the intro. Last weekend they played the Phantom of the Opera, the 25th anniversary performance. So for 48 hours over the weekend, it was available for anybody in the world to watch. And then they were trying to also raise money for like the National Health Service and stuff. I think that's what it was for. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I should check that out. I would love that. That's right up my alley. I need to check that out.
Actually, speaking of that, last night, I don't know if you guys have you guys seen the Phantom of the Opera?
No. You already asked me that.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
Well, Phantom of the Opera is I always say it's my
Favorite.
second favorite musical. I always say it's my second favorite, but I think it might actually be my favorite. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway,
The amount of times you've
that's
spoken about it on the show, I think it is your favorite.
Yeah, well, the thing that I didn't know about it was that it has a sequel.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, I only found out about this like maybe 6 months ago, but there's a musical called Love Never Dies, and it's literally a sequel written by Andrew Lloyd Webber, same guy who wrote Phantom, that continues the story of Phantom of the Opera. And it doesn't... well, yeah, it's never... Apparently, it's always gotten bad reviews and stuff. But there are also people who really like it. And anyway, these musicals that they show every weekend, they actually showed Love Never Dies this weekend. So I watched it last night.
You got to see it. Nice.
And your thoughts?
I liked it.
Good.
Now, okay. What I will say is it's not as good as Phantom of the Opera. It's not as good as Phantom of the Opera. Well, but the thing is, in my mind, Phantom of the Opera is like perfect in every way. So that's something else. But it's still like touching. The music is still good. It's still well written. Like I said, the songs for me weren't as catchy. But the thing is, it's hard to compare because I've seen Phantom and listened to Phantom so many times that like I've got it almost all. Like I know all the music. But by the end, I was, it was touching to me. I was affected in my soul or whatever. I recommend it. I will see it if it comes back. So
I feel like it's hard.
So I give it a
It's hard for the sequel to be as good as the first one. Obviously, I always find that it's so hard to meet up with the first one or be as good as the first one. Like any movie I watch, and like you said, Regine, I love Disney movies. Yeah. Any sequel to the movies, it's so hard to match up. And I'm just like, every time I see them, I'm like, hey, come on, be close to as good as the first one. But you said you liked it, Scott, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right, because sequels, because
Scott
especially
hates
obviously you. Well, no, I don't hate sequels. I hate
that
you
most complain
sequels
about
aren't
every
good.
sequel.
Because most aren't good, like Jaylen said. Most of them, it depends. You know what it depends? It depends on what the motivation behind the sequel was, right? So and the problem is most times the reason they're making the sequel is because the first one made money, and they're like, let's make another one. And the problem with that is, if you don't have a good idea, or especially if the movie was really made in such a way that it really, really works well as its own self-contained thing, and yet they're forcing this sequel to happen because, they just want it. That's usually when it goes wrong.
Exactly.
Like Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Yep, I was just thinking that. That was literally in my head the whole time.
See, I didn't mind Frozen 2, but I know Scott didn't like it, which is the only reason why I brought it up. I didn't mind it.
It was just not.
It wasn't as good as the first one.
Well, it was not as good as the first one, which was disappointing. But I mean, I expected it because it is a sequel. I just thought the storyline in that movie was just like, how does this even correspond?
It was all over the place.
One? Yeah, I feel that.
Yes. In fact, I'm glad you brought that up, Jaylen, because I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't really even understand what it was about.
Yeah.
Like what happened? Like, for example, what happened? I don't even really know why did the story end, and like what was it? Should we not spoil the movie?
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, maybe don't spoil it, but I don't really think it made sense, but it was just so far off from the first one. I was just kind of like...
Well, it was a few years after, but I mean, it still did, the storyline did not flow from beginning to end. No. There's too many things going on.
Cuphead, can I play Five Nights at Freddy's, please? I actually have played that in the past, Cuphead. I may play it in the future, but I've actually got a few other games lined up first. So
Jaylen, if you didn't notice, Scott started to play a lot of video games during.
Oh, I think I picked up on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Most guys have.
Yeah.
True.
That's the thing. Yeah. And it's been fun because I've been live streaming every night, pretty much Monday to Friday. And
Saturday is his rest day.
Saturday is my rest day, and then Sunday is my sit-down day.
There you go.
But Monday to Friday, I've been playing these games, and I've been, a lot of people have been tuning in to participate. So we're getting a lot of those people in the chat. Dylan Shesha. Hello, welcome to the stream, Dylan. Hello. Whippy56 says, hey guys, hello. Hello, welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. Anyway, so sequels can always be a problem.
Is there
Frozen 2? I don't
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Frozen 2 for me. It was just. I mean, we can't really talk about it until without kind of spoiling the ending.
Yeah.
But I will say, it was just. Yeah, it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as Frozen 1.
No.
And if I'm being honest, I wasn't even that into Frozen 1, which I don't know if that's a controversial statement, but.
I was gonna say I was curious and started watching Cinderella 2 the other day, and I totally regret it. If I was 6, yes, the sequel would have been fun, but no, don't watch it.
I mean, I don't think I planned on watching that one specifically, but I would.
Little Mermaid 2, I must say, I know not everybody liked it, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
But I do want to watch Pocahontas too, just to see what that's all about.
Yeah, those I mean, a lot of those Disney sequels, these are like the made for like home video.
Yeah.
Right? Like there aren't that many sequels that actually end up in the
Toy Story 2 to 4, they were all in theater.
Yeah.
Those ones are all
good.
good.
Those were good.
I wasn't disappointed in that one. That was the one that
That's
I was
true.
like, okay, this is good. This is pretty good.
But you know what? I would almost. You have to remember the Toy Stories. They're not really Disney. They're Pixar.
They're Pixar and does the same thing.
But Pixar is owned by Disney. But Pixar has maintained strong creative control over what they do. So like, apparently the original Toy Story, I think it was Toy Story. They were at first being pressured by Disney to make it
Disney.
To make it a musical.
Oh, I'm happy.
And Pixar.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and the yeah, exactly. And the people at Pixar were able to just turn around and go, no. No. And apparently they've actually been very historically resistant to doing sequels, and now they've been doing more Toy Story ones. But I would say the Toy Story sequels have been good. Yeah, they've been well done. But I think it's because they will only do something if they think it's going to be a good movie. Which exactly, it depends.
I think with Toy Story, though, we all kind of grew up with the storyline. So when Andy was a little kid, we were a little kid. When Andy went off to college, we were probably on our way there too. So yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's true. But I just think they're just better made. They're just better made movies.
Okay, fine. How about Finding Nemo versus Finding Dory?
Okay, you go first. I mean, I should just say I haven't seen any of those movies, so I can't even weigh in.
Okay, Scott,
I just missed them.
I'm gonna remove Scott from this call. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But why don't you weigh in, Jaylen?
Right, it's been a while since I've seen Finding Dory, but I don't know. I kind of thought the concept was cool. I mean, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, of course. I'm a huge fan of Ellen, so I feel like, oh my God, I was so excited for that movie, and I don't think I was disappointed in that one. That was also another one that I was just like, okay, this one's pretty good. But you know me, the classics are the classics. You can't really beat a Disney classic. Nemo, for me, is a Disney classic, but I think they did a pretty good job. I think they did a good job. What about you, Regine? How do you feel about it?
I loved Finding Nemo when it came out. And like you, I love Ellen. So both of them, I like both of them.
Me too. I like both.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, I should see those ones because Finding Nemo is another one of those ones that everybody has seen and everyone talks about, but I just I missed it. I just missed it.
Oh, gosh. Gotta get on that, Scott.
He's too busy watching Star Wars.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's true. Regine just saw Star Wars for the first time recently, or rather, she's seen one of them.
Oh wow, there's so many Star Wars movies. If you wanted to watch them all in like proper order, it would take a little bit. It would take a little while. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's a solid commitment. Well, especially now. Okay, not even counting the extra episodes. You've got there's basically 3 trilogies now. So that's 9 full-length movies.
That's a lot.
So that's a big chunk of time.
Oh yeah.
Are you a Star Wars fan, Jaylen? I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, but are you? Are you?
Okay. Anything Disney, my family is obsessed with, and we may not be as much of a fan Star Wars wise as like everything else. You know, being girls, my mom and I, like my sister, we've always grown up with little princesses and whatever. But we were in Disney for Galaxy's Edge, which is like the opening of their new part of the theme park. It's called Galaxy's Edge, and it's like completely devoted to all things Star Wars. I think it's in Hollywood Studios. So we were there on the opening day of that, and it's so cool in there. It's got all the ships and cool like space gear.
I want to actually see that.
It's so cool. It's one part of the whole Disney theme park that is completely different. You walk in there and you really feel like you're in the movie, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was so cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, we were up at
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
to get there. Commitment.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen the video that I've seen from that park. A lot of it sometimes almost looks like movie footage of how real the props look and everything.
So cool.
It is pretty cool. I've been to Disney. Oh yeah, what are you gonna say, Regine?
Taylor was like, "What's wrong with that, Regine?" With me making a comment about you watching Star Wars. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
There's nothing. You know.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's my cup of tea.
I drink coffee. Okay.
Yeah. I actually prefer coffee to tea, but I find it just doesn't rest with me as well as it used to. So I had to make the switch. And
I feel like tea's calming in the morning.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is you can have tea like, I mean, if you switch to like a herbal tea or something, you can have it any time of day. So I kind of drink tea pretty much all day.
Yeah, same.
So
I don't.
Yeah, nice. What tea would you go for, Jaylen? What type of tea do you drink?
Probably an herbal something. I don't know. There's this like apple cinnamon one, but it's very specific. I always get it from the same place, and it's just so warm and it's good. I mean, I think I have that one the most in autumn and winter. Mm-hmm. In the summer, maybe I'd go for like a green tea just because it's more refreshing. I think. Yeah. And you said you're drinking orange pico?
Yeah, I'm drinking orange pico right now.
Nice.
But that's just because I have a bunch of it. But I think my favorite is actually Earl Grey. I enjoy.
Have you had Earl Grey vanilla?
I think I have.
I don't think
that.
I have.
I like that one.
That's Regine.
It's tasty.
That's my tea. Yeah.
I think I would like that actually, because Earl Grey almost has a bit of a vanilla-y type flavoring to it. So, but it's nice. Do you drink? Are you a loose leaf tea drinker, or do you buy it in tea bags?
I buy it in tea bags most of the time. Yeah, usually.
Yeah, me as well. But I've recently got into loose leaf because somebody gave me one of those David's tea, like the gift packs. It's like a box.
Are awesome. I have a bunch of those.
And then I had to buy it back here.
Got I with them ready to make tea.
No, I had to buy one of these. You seen these?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I have a bunch of those too.
I need to get one of those.
It's nice because you just go, you put it in the bag, you just go, and then you put it in, and then you're good to go.
Oh, that's.
That was a little prop that I had there. Oh, Regine, it's been over a half hour. We should do the ads. We should do the ads.
Sounds good.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this episode of The Sit Down was brought to you by some very important people, right, Regine?
Right, Scott.
That's right. They are, of course, our advertisers. They make the show possible, and they're here to advertise here for you. That was a good opening for that, I think.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Okay, thank you. So today's episode of The Sit Down was brought to you by the following incredible advertisers. Regine?
Yes, Scott?
Do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Maybe.
Are you buying or selling a home?
I could be.
Well then, Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Regine. So find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East, Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. And we've got a special deal with them. They've got something really cool going, right, Regine?
Yes, we do. If you tell them that Scott and Regine sent you, you get 15% off your entire purchase, just in time for Mother's Day.
That's right, just in time. Although I think at this time you probably can't go.
Father's Day.
Yeah. Everything's probably closed down a little bit at the moment, but when they reopen, get on over to Markville Mall and tell them Scott and Regine sent you, and you'll get 15% off your purchase. And you know what? Good stuff. Jewelryforever.ca. Check them out. And if you would like to advertise on the show, well, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. Get in touch. We do this show live every Sunday. So what does that mean? It means that you can personalize the ads week to week. Do you have a sale or a live event coming up or something specific to a certain time and place? Well, guess what? You can do it here. Let us know. We'll let our audience know in real time, week to week. It's an amazing way. Get in touch. radioshowad@gmail.com.
Whoa.
And we're back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with actress, dancer, and singer Jaylen Bradley. And hello, here we are.
Hello. Yes, back.
Hello to everybody who's tuning in to the comments.
Your dad's in the stream.
Questions.
Your dad's in the comments. Yes, he said Earl Grey vanilla is too sweet. No, it's not.
Earl Grey vanilla is too sweet. Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Then don't add sugar. Just kidding.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because vanilla would probably have a bit of natural sweetness to it. Do you guys add sugar to your drinks, coffee or tea?
I do. I like sweet drinks, so the sweeter the better. You know, when I first started drinking coffee, how embarrassing. When I first started drinking coffee, I started off doing half hot chocolate, half coffee. And then I was like, you know what? Too much hot chocolate. So then I did triple. 3 sugars, 3 milk. And then I eventually brought it down to 2 sugars.
Nice.
So now you're a double person?
I am.
What about you, Jaylen? How do you drink your tea?
I drink my tea very plain. Sometimes I add honey. That's what I'll add.
Ooh, yum.
I'll add some honey to it. That's kind of my go-to. So usually it is apple cinnamon tea with a little bit of honey in it. That is my go-to.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, it is very
Taylor
good.
Brown says he's a double. He drinks a double. That's coffee, I guess. He would do his coffee double.
Yeah.
When I first started drinking coffee, I was a double person. And then at some point, I just decided I was going to wean myself off the sugar. So I went down to 1 sugar, and then I was at no sugar. And I could have drunk it. I could have switched to just drinking it black, but I like a bit of milk in there. And so I usually drink my tea like that as well. I just have, it's always just tea with a little bit of milk. That's all I drink.
Nice.
Yeah. Although this specific cup of tea is sweetened because I went to buy almond milk from the grocery store, but they were sold out of the unsweetened because some things are just sold out all the time now. But they only had the sweetened vanilla almond milk, so this is like a sweetened tea. It tastes good, but it wouldn't normally be how I drink it.
Right. Yeah, a lot of things are sold out in grocery stores right now. I feel like everybody's kind of getting as much as they can, hoarding it a little bit.
There's no more flour.
Yeah, I know there's no more flour. Really? I could, like you said, Scott, I'm having a hard time finding almond milk, which is definitely an essential here. So anytime we do find it, it's like we buy so much of it because, like, you know, everyone's stocking up now that we're all supposed to be social distancing and quarantine. I remember there's one point in time when it was like half the people couldn't get toilet paper. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit on the show before with the toilet paper thing. That was something I've said it before, but I that confuses me because
me too.
Like if I'm dashing to the store to grab like the things I think I need to survive, toilet paper's on the bottom of the list. Like that's not even in my mind.
No.
You know, like what are you gonna do with all that? What are you gonna do with it all?
They're making a fort.
Some people could give toilet paper to the army. They have so much. But I guess they're locked up for a couple years now.
Yeah, it took us 3 weeks just to find hand soap.
Oh, it's crazy.
I was like, what?
Yeah. It was weird walking into Bath and Body. It's like completely...
It's empty.
Oh, yeah.
No hand sanitizer, nothing.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird. It seems to have... I guess things have cooled down now. Like, I don't think people are mad dashing into the stores anymore, and... I've seen a couple... I don't know if you've seen these stories online. There have been a couple ones where there's one guy who he had stockpiled like $10,000 worth of cleaning products, and his plan was to he was planning to resell them like online to make a profit. But then the government had made it illegal to do that, right? You're not allowed to price gouge those items. And then that guy showed up to the store trying to return it all, and they refused him to return it. So I enjoyed it.
Sucks to be him. Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, you know, he was trying to take advantage of people. So I don't feel bad for him. Shouldn't do that stuff.
No.
So Jaylen, for your next music video, are you gonna be showing off a lot of toilet paper?
I mean, you know, I might have a little mask on, the toilet paper, and hand sanitizer on stat.
There you go.
There's this huge joke in the dance community. Contemporary is a style where you're like very creative, and there's usually a huge storyline to it. And the whole joke in the dance community is everyone's gonna do something to do with a virus, and everyone's gonna have a mask.
Gosh.
We're gonna be like throwing toilet paper up in the air. It's all over line, but yeah,
I would pay to see that.
I know.
Do it, Jaylen. Get on it.
Oh gosh, I should.
Speaking of music videos, you released one fairly recently, right, on your YouTube channel?
I release covers. You know, there's usually like a new cover every month, every other month. So I do a lot of covers. And as for my original music, I released a music video and song called "Why Do I Fall" on. It was Halloween Day, so that was back in October. It's been a little bit, but I have tons of music coming out for 2020. But the only issue is, of course, can't shoot a music video right now. So that's kind of put on hold. But I do have my next song that will be coming out soon. So I will, of course, keep that updated on my Instagram, which is Jaylen Bradley Official. So you can go there to keep on track and see what's going on.
Awesome. When you write music, so what sort of things do you like to write about, or
I guess it just depends on my mood and where I am at that point in time. But I write about a lot of singers do. Write about experiences or feelings. So I guess depending on what you hear in a song, you can kind of guess how I'm feeling or what I'm thinking about. The song I've been working on right now is kind of about it's gonna be about like a teenage summer almost. So that's like a little. I haven't told anyone.
Ooh, fun.
Very, very, very starting. I just started this new song that I'm writing, but hopefully I will have a song out. Maybe just starting the new school year or this summer, and it's gonna be about like a nice feel good summer song. So yeah, that'll probably be the next one. Yeah,
can't wait to hear that.
Is it going to be more of like a ballad slow type song, or more of an upbeat kind of fast song, or?
Everyone knows me. I'm a ballad singer, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons and work on some new projects and stuff like that. I think this song, The Summer, the one that's about like the summer, that will be not a ballad. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an upbeat one. But the song that I have already written that is complete is a ballad again. Mm-hmm. I really love it. I think it's probably my favorite one I've done so far, and that will be coming out first. So that will be the next song that everyone hears.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And then is that going to be released? Like where is that going to be on? Like on, I guess Spotify and all those digital music retailers and all that stuff.
Right. So all my original music and all the songs that I write and I get produced, and those all go on all music platforms: Spotify, Apple Music. It's also posted, of course, on my YouTube channel and advertised on my Instagram and Facebook at Jaylen Bradley Official. Yeah, usually that's the cool part about this whole thing is like all my school friends. I could be somewhere, you know, at a party or hanging out with my friends, and somebody just pulls it up on Spotify. It's always like a little party joke. It's like, hey, look at her. She's got this song on Spotify. Best friends. I'm like, oh gosh, yes. So yeah, Spotify.
They're just proud of you.
Yeah, they are. I have really supportive friends, so that's good. I feel like you need a very supportive family, and your friends have to be supportive, not in order for it to work, but almost in order for you to be able to not feel good about it. But of course, if your family and your friends support you on what you're doing, it's going to be a lot easier to, advertise and show it to people. And it's so great. My family is so supportive, especially my little sister.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, she loves.
Where is she?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Do you guys know where Shaylee is?
Is she sleeping?
She might.
Not sleeping, but we're all being quiet for it.
Yeah, they're all being quiet for it. Shaylee's probably in her room somewhere. I feel like everyone's been spending a lot more time in their room than they have before. I know I have, which is, oh gosh. It's like everyone's so busy all the time. I know you guys are very busy all the time. So it's probably different to be at home more.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that last week. It's very different going from being busy every single day to just being put under your roof and not being able to go out. It's a different feeling.
For sure.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's definitely it's been an adjustment, but somebody just followed the bastard ration. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. This is our weekly talk show, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, and thank you for the follow. Thank you very much, appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in. The adjustment for me, I mean, the weird part is I've gotten used to it now, and I kind of it's been very I almost don't want to say, but I've grown to enjoy it a little bit. It's just very peaceful. And I'm used to my daily, I go for a walk outside, and I avoid any humans, and I just walk by myself. Well, the two of us who live here, we walk together, and that's about it. And then I just come here and I just work from home. So at night I'm gaming, and during the day I'm editing videos or doing all those things. And I order my groceries, I go pick them up, they put them in the car. And it's just a very simple existence that I've actually settled into.
I feel like that's the strange part, because everyone's like almost grown accustomed to this way of living, especially the people that used to be so busy and always running to a million places. It's like everyone's slowly starting to make this the new normal, which kind of feels weird almost to me, because I've always grown up like that, like always running around doing things all the time.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys, because both of you actually were on holiday before all of this mandatory quarantine happened.
Yep.
I know I've talked to Scott about it, but Jaylen, for you and your family, you were literally on a tropical island coming back to an empty house. How did you guys adjust to that? Especially on your birthday and your sister's birthday.
So we went on the trip. Here's Shaylee now. She just wants to say hi real quick.
Hi.
Hello.
We came back from that trip middle of March, and before we left, things were almost like just on the break of everything going crazy, super like different and everything. But before we left, the Prime Minister was saying, okay, you know, go on your vacation, have fun, everything will be fine. And then it's like, we're on vacation, and about maybe 4 or 3 days of being on this vacation, we were in the Dominican Republic. They were like, okay, everyone, it's the best idea to come home. And we're in the Dominican. We're like, we're already here already. I don't know how we can come home. It wasn't a long vacation. So, of course, our flight didn't get delayed. We got home. But coming home was very, very weird. You know, I'm coming home thinking in 2 days I've got to go back to grade 10 high school, which is so busy all the time. And the dance was canceled, and singing and acting. And when I think about it, I was like, okay, dance, singing, acting, and school, that's pretty well my life. So it was very different coming home and not losing that, because I still work on it, but just having that completely changed was very strange, and it was hard to adjust to. Like, I've had a couple days where I just get, you know, lethargic and sad, and I'm thinking about all the things that I'm not doing right now because of this. But I think everybody, it's best to keep positive attitude, get outside when you can. You'd be surprised. The fresh air, I think it really helps.
Yeah.
I think it's really good for everyone to get out at least once a day. Like you said, Scott, going for your walk, I'm sure that's probably one of the better parts of your day. It's nice to get outside.
Yeah, in fact, it's weird, like you, especially being, I don't know, I'm in a condo, and like, I don't know, I guess just the indoor air, I don't know, maybe it's more in my head or anything, but I do find if you've been inside just all day long, that moment of going outside is definitely a big, like you're breathing in, you're like, that's so much better. Oh, and we just got 2 follows. Jam, I gotta move the location. Zach M67, I think, thank you for the follow, and there was another one that started with a Y, but I couldn't read it because it's tight. I'm gonna move the location of the alert box, but thank you guys for your, there you are, You're Nan. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but I notice you, You're Nan. I notice you. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here with actress, singer, and dancer Jaylen Bradley, and having a grand old time.
Yes.
But yeah, Jaylen, to what you were saying, I forgot, like, when, you know, because you were on the regular schedule of, you had school, so you were always going to a place regularly. That's the thing. I mean, I think it would be a bigger difference for me, I think, if I was still in school, because that's a huge difference. You know, you're used to seeing a certain group of people every single day. You're used to going to this place. Whereas, I mean, me, basically, most of my work is at home already. And so the only time I really would go out is
Sunday.
Well, yeah, I guess, right, Sunday for the show, or like if I had an audition or an acting job or something, right? So that thing has been the saddest part for me, where I don't get to do that anymore, because just everything is stopped in terms of production.
Right.
But other than that, for me, it was a big change, but I think it wasn't a huge change otherwise. Whereas I think, again, if your routine was either going to school or going to the office, or you regularly travel for work, I mean, that's a huge difference, a huge adjustment to make.
Especially because my life is so scheduled all the time. Like, I'll wake up and my mom will have this whole schedule for me all planned out already for the next 5 days, and it's always super, super on the point and on the dot, and this time you're doing this time you're doing that. And now it's like I completely wipe away the schedule, and it's different. It's very different. But like I said, I think what keeps me on some type of schedule is the fact that I do still work on the dance, the singing, the acting, and there is online school. You don't have to do that at a certain time, but I wake up every morning and I do the school. So,
well, that also helps to keep yourself on a set schedule. Like for me, when I was working from home, I would make sure that I woke up on my regular time, did my morning routine. But now that I'm not working, I'm now on quarantine schedule, and I sleep whenever I want, wake up whenever I want, and I'm starting to feel it. Like I need to get myself back into a groove of normalcy in a way.
Yeah.
So, but I remember when you guys were on. Oh. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go.
I was gonna say to Jaylen, I just remember seeing you guys, like your photos that your mom was posting, and I'm like, how are you guys? Like, are you gonna be okay coming back? So I'm glad to hear that you guys are okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, on the vacation we were fantastic. It was so nice there.
I can imagine.
Yeah, there was like
Dominican.
There was like no cases in there. The weather was beautiful, and at the resort I was at, it was like everything was always open. You would never be like in a room with people because it was an island and we did do the island vacation. It was very outdoors and very open, so it was never like we were confined in a room with a lot of people or something like that. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Cool. Yeah, it was so, I mean, you were talking about how your vacation was coming back. I was in the same situation. It's like when we left, this thing that was happening somewhere else, and it hadn't been declared an emergency yet. And, so people were telling, be careful, avoid surfaces. But there wasn't any talk about why anybody should be worried. So, like, I remember when we left, in the airport, like, there was a bit of nervousness, like, anytime you'd hear a cough, everybody would look over, like, what was that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But other than that, it was fine. And then I think the day before we were supposed to come back, I think that was when it was, or the day or two before, that's when they declared an emergency.
Yep.
And it was just like the entire world just changed overnight. And suddenly, there was this mad dash to get back. The stores were being, emptied out. And when we got back into Toronto, it was like we had landed in a different world. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
It was just a completely different thing.
Like when I went to the Philippines, it's just when it started happening in China, and I was supposed to fly through China, and I'm really glad that I did it. But then I remember, Scott, when you were on holiday, I was like, when does he come back again? Because everything was just a complete 180.
Yeah.
It was a completely different thing, and now we're here. It's like we said, now it's become kind of the new normal, and we've kind of fallen into it and adjusted, and that's it. So Jaylen, how are you like when you say you're doing any? Are you able to do acting stuff from home, or what kind of things are you doing?
Yeah. So, I do acting classes via Skype. So I do get in contact with my acting coach, and it's like, okay, we decide we're gonna work on this script or this monologue, and I send her all the information about what I want to work on. And we have a Zoom class, which I know is huge right now. Everybody's using it.
Yeah.
And I do an hour with her, so I get to work on acting like that. And then my agent, he will send me acting gigs and things that I can audition for, and I do something called a self-tape at home. And I have a big screen I set up, and then my dad, actually, because of this whole thing, we ordered like a stand, like it holds your phone, and there's this huge ring lamp, so that will be what we use from now on. But yeah, I do auditions from home and acting classes from home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's those are kind of the only I think in terms of production, those are the only things that are happening in terms of auditions. There are very few places that are still holding auditions. I don't know if that's gonna change. Like a few weeks ago, I know a couple of my friends who are actors as well, they went to a couple auditions where they were like having social distancing and things happening, but I think even those have kind of stopped now. Yeah, they were doing still a few in-person auditions. Yeah, well, again, I don't know if any of those are still going on, because I think they've been closing things down more and more. But now, so yeah, the only stuff that's really going on are self-tape auditions, which I was doing some self-tapes before all this, because some productions still ask for self-tape auditions. But now they're pretty much exclusively doing those for obvious reasons. So that's how it goes. Yeah, but it's how it's gonna go. So you've got new music planned, and I guess you'll just shoot the music video whenever we can get back to normal, right?
Yes.
With your toilet paper.
Yeah, I will get on top of that once everything reopens again. But I'm not complaining, because I mean, the music video that I did want to shoot for this next song, the next song is called Missing You, and I think like I envision the song in like a summer setting. So as much as I wanted to film it like 4 months ago when I finished the song, I'm not mad about the fact that hopefully, I'm sure everything will open eventually, and I'm hoping it's not all the way till next Christmas, next time it gets cold. So this summer, I think I like the idea of a summer setting for the music video.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, and it's everything's getting pushed back a bit, but I find you can just use this time to, write some other things and create
Exactly.
something else,
Yeah.
Scott, are you touching your music at all, or are you just playing video games?
So I haven't actually hardly done anything music-wise, but again, honestly, because the main thing that I've been working on during the day is my short film, the Storage Room B, the horror show.
Finally.
Like I've been That's the thing, because you know what the other problem is, that I shot that film so long ago now. It feels like forever ago, and I was hoping to have finished it within a few months of shooting it, but it's hard to find time when you're working and you're doing all these other things. And so one thing that's finally been I guess some sort of benefit for me is that because now I'm now home consistently on a regular basis, I'm able to find myself time to actually edit during the day. So I am hoping by the time all of this ends, the film will finally be completed, because I've been working on it every day. So that's been good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
But yeah. It's coming along. Oh, Taylor Brown says, I'm a gaming channel now. I mean, yeah, most of my content on my YouTube channel is gaming. Yeah, it is. And it's because, again, it's like, it's funny how I said this before, but it was one episode we were supposed to have, who were we supposed to, Athena Park was going to be our guest. And basically the day before the show is when we kind of decided, you know what, we should be social distancing and we shouldn't be doing all this stuff. So we had to cancel that episode. And because I felt weird about not going live, because Regine and I do the show every Sunday, right? So it's become part of our routine.
76 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So it felt weird to not be live on a Sunday morning. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'm home. I'll just play a game. I'll just jump on here and play a video game. So I jumped on and I started playing. I think I was playing Cuphead. And I got a couple people stopped in and chatted and stuff. And I thought that was fun. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And then more people showed up, and I was like, let's do it tomorrow. So now I've kind of just been doing Monday to Friday gaming, and I've been building this new little gaming community on my channel, and it's been awesome. And a bunch of them are in the chat. Venom7456, hello, welcome to the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. We're here with actress, singer, dancer, Jaylen Bradley. Welcome.
Hello.
I think a couple people are arguing with each other in the chat, which is random. Calm down, people. It's Sunday morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning. Come on, cool it.
With everything going on in the world, you guys can stop.
Yeah. Oh, Jaylen has a visitor. Hello. Who is that, Jaylen? Who's that?
I wanted to say that is Albert, my cat. He's very big. If you couldn't tell, he blocked the whole camera. He did look a little large. Oh, he is very large. He's supposed to weigh about maybe 15 pounds max, but he is 22 pounds, so he's a big boy.
It's like Garfield.
Yeah, he really likes to be involved with everything. You should see him when I'm doing acting classes. He was sitting on my lap during a self-tape or during a class, and my acting coach was like, Jaylen, why do you keep sniffling? Are you okay? Because I'm actually allergic to my own cat.
Oh no.
But yeah, he likes to be involved with everything. We love him.
Wow.
He's actually sitting up here on the table with me right now.
Well, you're not sniffling yet, so that's good.
Yes.
Well, we might see him again then if he's sitting right there. Well, that'll be fun. That's fine.
So Scott, with Taylor calling you out on being a gaming channel, have you changed your category to gamer and not musician?
I mean, you know what? I've just added to it. You know what I mean? I mean, I was a musician. I'm a filmmaker.
You were a musician, or you are a musician?
I still am. In fact, you know what's funny? I've been starting some of the streams. I've been starting with because I have the piano right behind me. Mm-hmm. So like some of the streams I'll start and I'm just playing the piano when it starts, just because it's fun.
So you don't forget.
It's been a fun way to. Yeah, exactly. Just so I can remember a couple things. Exactly. It's just been nice. It's been. I mean, like, it was unexpected. I wasn't planning to start doing it, but I figured, you know what? I'm enjoying it, and people are tuning in, and it's building a community. It's building a wonderful online community.
It's building a war in your conversations right now.
Yeah, a couple people they seem to be arguing about stuff. I'm not sure what. I'm not really paying that close attention to what they're saying, but guys, everybody should just get along, you know? Recognize our shared humanity and just I don't know, play a video game or something. Calm down. Calm down. Jaylen, are you a gamer? Do you play any video games? Are you into video games?
I have never played a video game before. I think the one video game I have played. Yeah, I know, crazy. Oh my god, everyone at school calls me out on this. It's
no, don't worry.
It's like,
don't worry,
oh my
girl.
God, Jaylen, you've never played Fortnite. You've never played Call of Duty. You must be
Me
crazy.
neither. Don't worry.
I don't know. Like, I'm busy doing so many other things.
Exactly.
I've grown up with a little sister, so I guess there's never been like a boy in the house. My dad.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
Yeah, I get a lot of people asking me that question, and I think the extent of my video game experience would be 3 rounds of Mario Kart a couple years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I watch people gaming. I'm like, I don't even know how you're doing that. I don't even know what you're doing. I must say, I think I might have a little bit of respect for it because I couldn't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I tried once and I was like, oh gosh, no. I can't do this. You said you play. What have you been playing, Scott? You said you've been playing.
So the game that I just finished, in fact, actually, it was pretty cool. I just finished and completed the game, Cuphead.
Cuphead.
I don't know if you've heard of Cuphead. Yeah. And so what Cuphead is, in fact, it's pretty cool. Is you ever seen images of those old school cartoons, like from like the 30s or whatever? Like there's that like old Popeyes. Style, like Popeye or Betty Boop. Do you know those? You know those characters, those old styles. So Cuphead is the entire game was actually hand drawn. So all the animation, like when the characters are walking, like these are hand drawn animations. So when you're actually playing the game, it actually feels like you're playing a cartoon. Mm-hmm. And so it's really cool to watch. And so
it is cool to watch.
I beat the game. Yeah, and it's also really, really frustrating game. Like there's a video on my YouTube channel right now when I beat the game for the first time that's 6.5 hours long. And it's me.
Wow.
It's me. Yeah, and it's me playing the same level over and over again for 6.5 hours until I finally beat it.
Jeez Louise.
Yes. That's commitment.
Yeah, that was rough. Well, because you know what the problem was? It was like I had gotten, so the stream before that, I had gotten to the last level. And I was like, okay, great, I'm going to beat this game. So next stream, I'll just, I'll beat it. So then I get to the stream, I start playing, and it's like an hour goes by. Okay, that's fine. And 2 hours go by, 3 hours go by, and it's so awkward because I'm like, wait a minute, like, if I just stop now, it's like, what was people will watch this video and get like, there's no payoff at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't stop now. So I kept trying 4 hours, 5 hours. So like, it got to like 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't stop now. It will mean nothing if I stop now. And so finally, I did finally get there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. So anyway, so then I beat that game. Yeah, it was rough. And then I beat it, but then there's after you beat the game, it opens up a second a higher level of difficulty. So like you finish the game and then you can access expert mode. And so that's what I've been playing now. And on Monday, I just completed the entire game in expert mode. So it's now 200% done. It was cool. It was good stuff. And the other game we've been playing that's I think been most popular on the stream is a game called Brawlhalla, which is like a fighting game where like it's online though, so you go in and it's like Street Fighter, except you know what, it's more like Super Smash Brothers. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but it's like a smaller it's like the characters are smaller and it's just like a fighting game where you fight with other people. And like Monday, Wednesday, Friday I've been having Brawlhalla tournaments in my channel and people come by and battle. It's a good time. Okay, so okay. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Okay, so Regine and Jaylen are not gamers. So what hobbies have either one of you guys? We can start with you, Jaylen, if you have one. What are things that you have taken up to doing while you're here at home all the time?
Right. Gosh. Okay. Maybe my sister and I dance so much that we don't usually get to watch a TV show. So I guess it's not a hobby per se, but that's definitely something I've picked up like Shaylee and I have watched a couple TV shows together, and then maybe actually a hobby would be, I do a lot of art now that I'm here on quarantine. Like I have my little book or sketchbook, and I've taken art all through high school and all through elementary. So once I got into high school, I'm like, okay, this is important to me. I really love it. I'm gonna continue on with that. So I do, now that I'm on quarantine, I've been doing art. I think that's the most interesting hobby I've picked up. I love it. It's fun.
That's cool.
It passes the time, and I don't even know. Of course, it's something involved with the arts. I mean, it is part of, I like to say the arts are part of my personality a little bit, more than a little bit.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah.
you live and breathe it.
Yeah, exactly. So are you painting or drawing, or what are you doing?
I have been painting a little bit. I do have a really, really nice art kit, like art kit, and it's got like a nice set of like professional paints. And I think mostly like sketching with a pencil, and I draw like still life and
cool
organic figures and all this kind of stuff. I have like art class too that I'm supposed to be doing, which is online school, but because there's no class, and art's so free, it's like there's not really a lot of structure to it. I do even more than I would normally do if I was just doing it for fun. So art's my hobby I've picked up. How about you?
Nice. I took up YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to yes, Regine, yes, continue. Yes.
So people who have been watching for a few months now, once Siggy called me out on not having a YouTube channel, it was something that I was thinking about and contemplating if I should even do. And now that we are in quarantine, I filmed my first video and edited it yesterday. So everyone watching, stay tuned. It will go live on Thursday at midnight because it'll be my birthday. I've been doing that. I picked up my coloring book that I randomly found and ordered pencil crayons and started coloring.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Is this one of those like those adult coloring books? The ones that are very. What's the theme, or is there a theme in the book?
It's not really a theme. I ordered one, actually, a themed one. The one that I have now, it just has phrases and different patterns, so I just color that while I'm FaceTiming with people.
Nice. Regine, when you're shooting your YouTube video, and you said you picked up on that, is it like you're shooting it with your phone or a different camera, or how does that work for you? I use my cell phone for now.
Super basic video. When you see it, you'll be like, oh, okay. Like it's as basic as it's gonna get. I even messaged Scott yesterday. I'm like, should I add music to this?
And I said, I think you should.
You said, you should. And I was like, I don't want to. Because now I have to figure out how to do it. But I'm playing around with it more. I opened up my laptop and started deleting files so that I could start adding stuff to it. And yeah, that all sounds really great. I'm happy that you finally got to start that up. I feel like being on quarantine is giving people an opportunity to maybe focus on some things that they couldn't have during the regular scheduled life that everyone lives. For sure. I started working out again, which was nice because my pageant is gonna happen after quarantine, so I gotta stop eating chips and start working.
Taylor says in the chat, well, first earlier he said, the girls definitely love listening to you talk about Cuphead. I'm sure they do, Taylor. I'm sure they do. They were very interested. And then he says, Regine, get a GoPro. You should get a GoPro.
Taylor, do you have a GoPro I can borrow? No,
that would be cool, though. That would be really cool.
I should get a GoPro.
I want to get a GoPro.
Hey, Taylor, my birthday's coming up. If you want to give me a GoPro.
Yeah, there you go.
Just saying.
Actually, Taylor just got he just got a GoPro. We
see, there you go.
But you've seen the the
1000?
It's Raining Men video?
Oh.
No, the It's Raining Men video. Well, actually, we had some GoPros for the 1,000 sub special, but that's not the one I'm talking about. The It's Raining Men video, Taylor had just got a new GoPro right before we filmed that. So there's a few shots in that video where we used it, where we had it mounted on our... actually, did we? Yeah, I can't remember how we did it. Did we have it mounted? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Taylor,
but we were running around
let
filming.
us know.
Yeah. Well, we were running around filming with the GoPro, and it was like it's such a nice camera. Like it you can shoot it with like a fisheye look, you know. And so when we were running around filming kind of these like big panoramic shots, it looked really, really nice. They make some really nice cameras now. Those
Taylor.
GoPros.
Yeah.
Taylor, did you get it off Wish?
Actually, Taylor has ordered some stuff on Wish. I gotta think if you order a GoPro off Wish, it's not gonna be. It may not quite be the official.
It won't
Yeah.
go.
Might
It won't be pro. Yeah.
It won't go. It won't be pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you know what, Regina, I'm glad you're starting your YouTube channel. And the cameras on phones are plenty good enough. Most people start their YouTube channels with phones, and I think that's very cool.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm so used to talking to a webcam every Sunday anyway. So when I filmed, I was actually sitting on the floor of my bedroom, just talking to my camera. And I sent the edit to my mom, and she's like, "It looks so natural." I'm like, "Because I talk to my phone every day." Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. This show has kind of prepared you for it, right? I mean, that's the thing. When you're talking weekly, it kind of does become a more natural thing. We've basically been training for this for a whole over a year. You know what I mean?
I won't know how to talk to people anymore after this. I don't want to make eye
Taylor
contact. Okay.
Taylor goes, "It's called the Pro Go."
Oh,
So
on Wish.
That'd be the camera you get on Wish.
Perfect. I won't get it until after quarantine, but I mean.
Yeah, exactly. But good luck with that. I'll do is it's not there now, but I will put the link in the description down below.
It's so surreal because it's already on my YouTube channel. It's just obviously not published.
Yeah,
and so I was curious, and so I opened YouTube on our TV, and I started watching it. I'm like, whoa, this is what I look like. I cringed a little bit, but I mean.
I feel like
well, that'll be a whole adjustment.
Content.
Yeah.
Like you watch yourself and you're just kind of like, that's how I always am. I feel like watching yourself, you'd judge yourself a million times.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Someone else would, I think.
Every week on the sit down when we play a clip, I'm like, oh, I can hear myself talk.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, there's gonna be an adjustment for you there where you'll get used to, like, for the first little while, you'll be like, well, that's what I look like. But then what you'll find is two things will happen. One, the more content you make, you'll make adjustments you'll find you'll naturally start to make adjustments that work to how you want to be seen. And also you'll also get used to how you look more as you do it and how you sound and all that stuff. It's an interesting journey. I'm excited that you're going to be going on it.
We can all thank Siggy Music for us.
That's right, Siggy Music. He's the one.
Thanks, Siggy, for calling me out.
Yeah,
he said he was going to be on my first video, and he unfortunately can't. But
yeah, I guess you guys are going to have to do a collab in the future, definitely.
Yeah.
Jaylen, so your most recent video on YouTube is a cover, and I believe I put the link in the description down below for people watching on YouTube. But why don't you tell us about your latest cover?
That latest cover would be "If the World Was Ending," I think. Is that the one?
I think that's the one.
Yes. Yeah. That song, oh god. I mean, I was kind of nervous to release that, especially with everything going on. But I did film that one before a little bit before everything was happening, right? So, I don't know. I like to think the song's more about being with someone that you love and making sure you stay connected with the people that matter. And I love that song so much. Like, that is one of my favorites. And when I was in the recording studio, I was singing that, and there's just so much emotion. I had my ideas of how I felt about the song and like what I could like connect it to in my life. And that would have to be my favorite cover I have ever done, which is crazy because I've done quite a few in my time as a singer. But yeah, I really love that cover. Thank you for, putting it down there for me, Scott. Thank you.
Well, you have an amazing voice, so people need to hear it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're definitely working on things.
I saw you did an interview with Mini Pop Kids. How was that going back to that group?
That was really, really, really awesome to catch up. I still keep in contact with the Mini Pop Kids. I was with them for a year, 2 years ago. And I toured with them, I sang with them, I was in the recording studio, I did the album with them. But yeah, catching up, they contacted me and they were like, we want to interview you on what it was like being a Mini Pop Kid and how your life is not being a Mini Pop Kid anymore and working on new things, right? So they contacted me and they're like, this new Mini Pop Kid is gonna interview the older Mini Pop Kid, being you. And so basically one of the Mini Pop Kids, her name's Jazzy, she ended up interviewing me on an Instagram live on the Mini Pop Kid account. It was really, really cool. It was interesting. We
should get the Mini Pop Kids on here.
They're a great group. Yeah. They're a great group of kids. They interviewed me and they just asked me a bunch of questions about how I felt about tour and what I'm doing now in my life and being with the Mini Pop Kids. It was really cool. I enjoyed that.
I know 3 of them, so they seem to be doing really well for themselves. This group. Yeah. I
mean, I'm sure everything as the same for everyone. Everything they're doing right now is kind of put on hold. I think their season is over though, so they might be re-auditioning now or soon.
Cool. Yeah, we can definitely. I'd love to, have them on. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll see if they're available. That's the other thing that's interesting is if they're
available.
The show online.
Where are they going?
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing because the one I'm finding people are suddenly available on a Sunday morning who usually aren't because people are usually off doing stuff.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of because artists especially, right? They don't usually have their grind is not always a regular Monday to Friday type thing. I mean, a lot of musicians work on weekends. I remember we had Peter James Fox, right? We had him a while back, and he usually has weddings because he plays in a wedding band, so he plays weddings almost every single Sunday. So, and then there's also the fact that because we're doing the show online, we can suddenly interview people who aren't in Toronto, whereas before you'd have to come to our studio in Toronto. Now we interviewed somebody in BC the other week.
Oh, very cool.
Brantford.
It's just a little.
Yep, Brantford.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's different, and it's been cool. It's been pretty cool. I was going to ask something and I forgot what it was. It was. It's. Oh, I was going to say what do you how do you choose what cover you want to sing? Does the song have to have like a meaning for you personally, or is it more like, oh, this will be good for my voice, or do you just happen to like the song? What goes into choosing what covers you want to cover on your channel?
Gosh, maybe I feel like sometimes I can just connect with a song and it might be the way I'm feeling, or sometimes if a new song comes out, I'm like super excited about it and that's why I'll cover it. There's a bunch of different reasons why I would pick a certain song, but at the end of the day, I guess I could just say it's mostly what I feel the best about and what I feel I can connect with the most.
Makes sense. That's cool. So there's a sorry, Regine?
Is it Scott, or are you working on a cover?
I actually am. I have something in the works.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Jaylen,
yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, well, I don't know when it's going to be ready. I can say my plan is it's going to be another a cappella cover, similar to my Do They Know It's Christmas cover. I don't know if Regine, you remember that one? It's
oh my gosh, that's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, but with the advantage of it is that it's one that I can record without any drums or any other actually, I have most of my instruments here, so I could record a full, but I kind of want to make this one a cappella. I just think it suits it better. So I'm not gonna pop the lid off it yet, but I've got an idea for something. I'm not sure when it'll be ready, but it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, I love acapella. Acapella really showcases. Yeah. I think it showcases talent so well. That's exciting. I'm excited to see that, Scott.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's fun having to replicate all the instruments with my voice and stuff. It's just a very different thing. It's interesting to do. Mm-hmm. Oh, one thing I did want to ask you. I know you mentioned you met Drake once, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest story. I tell it. My friends ask about it all the time. Still, like I said, I got with this new agency, and it's a very good agency. I'm super excited about it. But when I was auditioning for the agency, I had an hour where I was with this agent, and the hour was for me to audition and for him to get to know me. In the midst of this audition, my parents were there in the beginning, and they ended up leaving, and he ended up just talking to me, and I did a couple scenes for him so he could see me act. And I'm sitting there, and I just finished this huge anger scene, and it was like a big anger scene. It took a lot out of you. And I hear a knock on the door of the office, and the office is like a small little room, right? And I'm like, oh gosh, what do my parents want now? I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to act. Why are they coming in here right now? I thought they left. And Drake opens the door, and he peeps in. I look over. I'm like, what is going on? And Norbert, like my agent, he ends up inviting him in, and he's like, oh, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. It's been a while. And I'm just there, like, literally, I left the world. Because I was literally just there, and there were, like, tears falling out of my eyes, and I was just sitting there in awe. And he, like, looks back at me, and Drake's just like, oh, hi, who are you? We're shaking hands. He's giving me a hug, and he's like, oh, you're auditioning to be a part of this acting agency. And the acting agency is the same acting agency that I don't know if he still works with them, but I know that is the acting agency that got Drake into Degrassi, which therefore started his whole career. So I guess the agency I'm with and the agent that was auditioning me and like putting me in the agency is Drake's old maybe and current acting agent as well. So it's like they're like completely buddies and like they're super chill with each other, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, what the heck is going on? And the funny thing is, I was literally talking about Drake earlier with the guy, like the agent, my agent, and I was like, oh, I heard like, you have on your roster some amazing people, and I mentioned Drake, and lo and behold, the craziest coincidence, because I really don't understand how it happened. I mean, I was there for just an hour, and Drake could have been anywhere in the world. He ended up being in Toronto, and I guess he was at a Raptors game, I think. And he was just like, okay, I'll just stop by to see the agent. And lo and behold, the hour or the 15 minutes that he decided to pop in was my hour slot. So
that's awesome.
That's so cool. And and he came across as a nice guy, yeah?
Oh yeah, super, super nice guy. He was the one, he talked to the agent, he's like, well, I walked in on her audition, you gotta sign her now.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll do a duet with Drake one day.
One day, hopefully. It was crazy. It was definitely one moment that I will never, ever forget.
Very cool. I like Drake. I like him. I like that he's a proud Torontonian, and he's not well, because you know what the thing is, for the longest time it wasn't really a big thing to like rep this city, you know what I mean? Like it was, but Drake kind of almost single-handedly has turned Toronto into a culturally cool city to be from.
Yeah.
And I've always believed it was, but I'm glad that Drake was able to use his acclaim to kind of, let everybody else know that as well. So I like it. I like it. Mm-hmm. And that's so cool. You got to meet him. That's so awesome. And that's so cool.
Did you wash your hands afterwards?
This was months ago. Oh my gosh. Actually, the hand that he shook, I was like, oh my god, I never want to wash it. It was so cool. So cool. It really brought things into perspective. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't even understand how this happened. Like the stars must have aligned or something. I don't know how this coincidence just happened. I don't know how he's standing in the room with me right now talking to the agent that used to be his or still is his, and I'm sitting here auditioning for the same person, and I got into the agency. I still think about it all the time. I'm like, wow, like yeah, it's crazy. I'm super thankful for everything that's happened so far.
That's amazing.
You've had a
very cool.
No, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah. I was just saying hi. A couple people dropped into the chat. Maximus Nodars on DLive. Welcome. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. This is our show, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, every Sunday at 11 a.m. And we're currently interviewing actress, singer, dancer Jaylen Bradley. Hello.
Welcome.
And the Bastard Ration says hi again. And Taylor goes, so you're doing the Brawlhalla theme song a cappella? Yes, Taylor. Yes, I am. That's the plan.
He called you out.
We'll see. We just have to wait and see. But anyway, sorry, Regine. What were you saying?
No worries. I was gonna say, Jaylen, you have since we've met you in 2017. Your resume has grown so much since.
Thank you.
How do you manage? You managed to compete in a pageant that same year. You won the pageant. You have done so many different, wrote so many different songs, filmed so many different videos. How does a grade 10 do it all?
Right. I feel like a lot of it is just a good sense of time management, and you have to be really committed and you have to want it. If you don't want it, the work ethic's not going to be there, the motivation isn't going to be there. But I feel like because I'm so motivated all the time, and I really, really, really want this.
I think we lost your voice. Did we lose her?
No, she's there.
I'm right here.
You're good.
There she is.
Yeah, I feel like the motivation has to be there, the hard work, and you need to want it. And with all those combined, also keeping in mind like a huge, great sense of time management. I feel like that's how everything works out. Like I have a certain time for when I have to do things and when things need to get done. And then going forth, I just make sure that I'm working hard and I keep staying on track of things. And yeah, this is what I want to do with my life. So it's really, really important to me that I'm doing things right now to prepare me for whatever comes next, and whatever opportunity presents itself, I will jump on it.
So another question, would you do another pageant?
Yeah, I would love to do another pageant. Oh my God, that was so much fun. I remember the whole time. I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about just, oh my God, so much. The people there, like a new family. Yeah, doing volunteer work. That's what I was gonna say. That was one part that I loved about it. I thought was so great. Ever since the pageant, I've been doing a lot more volunteer work, and the donations that were made for the pageant, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really inspiring. So yeah, I would definitely
do that. Can you guys hear her?
I can't hear Regine, no. She's frozen.
Did something? Are we having? Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you guys. That's weird.
I can hear you, Scott.
Are we having a technical issue? Did something go wrong? Regine, can I hear you? Oh, Regine seems to have frozen. All right, hang on 1 second. You know what? Hang on 1 second. I think we I think we lost Regine for a sec. And I think we were hearing audio. There we go. Oh yeah, we've lost Regine. And because of that, hang on 1 second, Jaylen. I'm going to get you back. Hang on 1 second here. What's going on here? Regine is indeed frozen. Hang on. Where'd she go? Did we lose her? She seems to be frozen. Hang on. What should I do here?
Sorry.
Oh.
My phone died.
I can hear you now, Regine.
Okay. My phone died, so I was like, oh no.
Yeah, Regine, are you know what's something ongoing with the audio? I think the audio is super delayed now, but yeah, you know what's weird? I think we're hearing audio that already played. Regine, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay, wait. So, I'm not sure if I'm hearing old audio or current audio. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Things are a little bit at the moment. I'm not sure the best way to fix this. It might be we hear you and Jaylen. Regina's frozen. What's weird is
no, my phone died, so I had to.
Okay, let me see. I see Regine's mouth moving, but I don't hear her.
You can hear me, right?
I can
Everything
hear you
is
perfectly
strange,
on
people.
time, Regine.
Okay. It's just.
But I will say this probably makes great viewing for all of you guys. I'm sure you're really enjoying us watching this.
Oh gosh.
Why can't I hear Regine anymore? Okay, hang on 1 second, people. 1 second. Regine.
Yes.
Okay, oh wait, there we go. Regine, talk.
I'm talking.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I know Jaylen can hear me.
Okay,
I
good.
can't.
Wait, Regine, say something.
Something. Can you hear me?
Okay, there's like a huge delay because I just saw your mouth move something,
I
but
can
no.
hear my.
Coming out. I bet you we're gonna hear her say the word something in like a minute and a half, probably. Yeah. Okay, this is too weird. Let me look. Let me see. Everybody wave at the camera right now. Okay, so the audio is all messed up, but I think you guys can hear me. So, I'm gonna leave. We can see your video. I think this is probably a good place to end the show because we've got something on wrong with the audio.
My bad.
And okay, there. Now I'm hearing late.
Did you hear something?
That's weird. I think that conversation was earlier. Okay, this is all delayed. It's all messed up. I'm hearing. It's all crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say goodbye. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for tuning into the show today. And that was just Regine saying yes from earlier. Anyway, thank you all so very much for tuning in. Wait, you hear them fine? Taylor hears them fine.
God, it's just you.
Wait.
Taylor, can you hear us? Because if you can, that means it's Scott.
Yeah, I'm hearing the audio. Okay, hang on. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's just wrap things up. Guys, thank you all so very much for tuning into the show. Even if you guys are hearing it fine, I'm not. So, it's all messed up. But, Jaylen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I think she said thank you for having me, but I'm not hearing the audio, so just wave. Just wave at the camera. And Regine, you wave at the camera as well. And what is this? We'll say, follow Jaylen on Instagram at Jaylen Bradley Official. And her Instagram is there at the bottom of the screen right now. You're nodding along, cause that's fun. Yep. You can follow me at Regine Alaina on Twitter and Instagram. There she is. That's right. Follow down below. There we go. And you can follow me right here where you're watching this show at youtube.com/ScottDionBrown. And saying everything is fine. It's literally just me. I can't hear you, but for some reason you guys can hear. They're fine. That's always just. Yeah, so you just said, Scott, it's just you. All messed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Something messed up with the show. But,
That was
let's go back to the split screen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the show. This was a great interview. Great time. Jaylen, all the best.
Thank you.
And stay safe and, social isolation and all that good stuff. And, all of you who tuned in, thank you all so much. A few of you guys were random in the chat arguing with each other about weird things. Interesting forum to have that discussion, but thank you for stopping by all the same, adding to the watch time on the video. Good stuff. And goodbye to you all. Everybody wave to the camera, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.